I had somebody ask me this question is, how do I get better at sponsoring? All right. So it was a simple question somebody asked me, and I'm going to walk through exactly what I said. It's a short conversation. And then, but I got to state up front that this lady is very rare. So we're going to call this lady Sherry. All right. And so she had already watched my videos, and she went through and had set her 1-year goal, knew why she wanted the money. She'd created a tactical plan based upon the stuff that I had trained in earlier and how many leads to contact per day. She has watched and used my videos to create her total plan. Okay. All good. And the tactical plan is move 3 leads per day times 5 days each week is 15 leads a week. All right. And that's 780 leads in a year. It's a little legitimate plan. Okay. So this is the pipeline. You generate a lead, you contact it, the person, the lead, set an appointment to see a presentation. You follow up, you get a customer, you serve them, you make money. You get a rep, you serve them, you make money. Okay. So that's the network marketing model. And then income rise or falls in ratio to pipeline production. Okay, so if you're doing 1, it's going to be less than 3. Okay, and if you do 0, it doesn't pay anything. All right, so that's the simplicity of it, and this was the person's plan. And now I'm going to get into why she was very rare, but I'm going to give you a little bit of other stuff first. Okay, so she has continually failed at executing her plan. So in other words, it's not that network marketing not working, it's that she's not executing her plan. This is the biggest gap in all of business, is that management comes in and gives you a plan, tactical plan, strategic plan, whatever kind of plan. It's in the military also, and it doesn't get executed. It doesn't get pushed into dones. Okay, that's what happens. That's the biggest gap in all of business. I explained enemy and friendly identities to her and asked her to circle which identity was winning. Very tactful, sort of a coaching discussion. All right, and so I'm not putting my opinion on her. I'm allowing her to decide. Right? So I laid them out in front of her, which identity was winning. These are the enemies: procrastination, distraction, confusion, old habits and routines, playing victim, and validation of self. These are the winners: responsibility, ownership, accountability, commitment, showing up, fired up to win. She circled invalidation of self. Okay? Viewing herself as less or unable. She concluded invalidation of self was causing all of this above. It was causing her not to execute her plan of generating leads. Okay? So, here was my recommendation. Move 1 lead across the pipeline. Text me, how did it go? All I ask her to do, 1 lead. I don't care if it's a week or 2 weeks, just move a lead. She wasn't interested, was the first one that came in. I said, do another one. He will look at the presentation. In other words, he agreed. That was the second message I got. He's too busy. That was the third message I got. The fourth message I got, Tim, I don't want to waste your time. I get it now. I was afraid of rejection, and I now realize, so what? Wow. It took her 3 prospects to realize what most people have quit network marketing for. Have been in network marketing, go to all the events, show up to all the Zooms, and do nothing. It took her 3 prospects to figure that, no, actually 2 prospects to figure that out. Okay? That's what makes her very rare. That's one of the things that makes her very rare. So she ended up, she said, she was afraid that a person saying no would invalidate her. But she was invalidating herself. Way more cruel. Invalidation of self is so debilitating. It so renders you unable to move. It creates all of this. I showed that in another video. And so she was basically projecting out her own belief of what was going on to the prospects and was afraid of the prospects because she was invalidating herself. And she realized that the prospect saying no was like, doesn't hurt at all. Okay, so here's the thing, okay? It is this simple. And I really, really hope you get this, okay? So I want you to think about these identities and the one that I've been showing over here. So it comes down to this: do the work and get better. Or avoid discomfort and stay sane. That's the teeter-totter. That right there is it. And it just took this person 2 prospects to figure that out. Okay? And she moved on it. The hardest thing to do is to confront the truth that you're not executing your plan. That's what makes her so rare. I'm telling you, she's 1 in a million. Because she was actually willing to say, I'm not executing my plan. Okay? She asked me, how do I get better at sponsoring people? But she hadn't moved anybody on the pipeline yet. And it just, as I fished, that's what I was able to find out. Every day that you surrender to comfort, you cause your fate. Every day that you execute your plan, you cause your fate. I don't have much belief in fate. Fate is when I've lost all control. Okay, so when I can no longer cause anything, when I can no longer be responsible for it, I'm no longer able to have ownership of it, then I must surrender it up to fate because I got nothing else. Something like that. And so people, the outsiders looking into the industry say, oh, so few people make money. All right, well, you already seen me compare it, and I compared it to real estate. I compared it to Amazon sales. I compared it to all kinds of industries, and we pay way, way more. But why do so many people fail? Well, because they choose this instead of this. Do the work. Get better. What's the work? Moving leads across pipeline. That's it. Okay? Sherry is rare. She had the strength to confront the truth. Confront the truth that you're not executing the plan and start executing it. Okay? So allow me to pull you out of the story. Do you see how I'm coaching? Yes, Sherry was rare. But I want to pull you out of the story for a second, and I want you to really recognize how I'm going about coaching people. And this is how you coach you. You don't have to reach out to me, and I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that you don't have to reach out to me to coach you, because I'm showing you the tools. And when somebody reaches out to you as an upline, see how I'm using this. And you, if you've not sponsored anybody yet, and you're just sitting there and you're saying, you know what? I'm just sitting here watching these videos all this time, and I could just execute anytime I wanted to. All right? And I give you authorization to execute. Not that you ever need my granting. Okay? All right, so please comment. Have you ever confronted that you're not executing your plans, whether it's network marketing or not? If so, what did it yield? Have you ever avoided confronting that you're not executing your plans? If so, what did it yield? Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And then also we have a Telegram group. You're welcome to join us. You can ask questions inside of that Telegram group. I sure appreciate you.